Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here on Valentine's Day to give you a lovely video full of love and acceptance and unicorns and rainbows and sunshine with PewDiePie giving us a gift today playing Magic the Gathering Arena. So who is PewDiePie? PewDiePie is someone with 85 million subscribers. The video is only a few hours old and has already reached about 2 million views. Of course, we'll probably go up above that. Most of the videos get between 3 and 4 million views, and more popular videos get even more than that. And this is exactly the direction that we need to be going with Magic the Gathering Arena to get as many eyes as possible. In fact, Wizards of the Coast has hired people from Hearthstone and Fortnite and many other of the top streamed games to actually play their game. So wake up on Valentine's Day and we're given this gift from PewDiePie. So you think the community would just be open arms for this unsolicited and unpaid promotion, basically by the largest YouTuber? Well, hold up. There's a problem. It's PewDiePie. So PewDiePie, as many of you may know, is a memer. Has been someone that has been criticized by outlets like the Wall Street Journal as a bigot, as a white supremacist, as a Nazi. A lot of things have been taken out of context, and in general is not very liked by the more left of the gaming community, the more of what we like to coin the social justice warrior aspect of the gaming community. Wizards of the Coast, I think, falls in that category. If you're new to my channel, you may know that I've kind of been slung through the mud. Last year, we had a lot of drama going on between two of the largest YouTubers. One of them ended up getting banned for memes, and there were a lot of the larger YouTubers that all collaborated together to get this said person banned. So where I come into the picture with this is I try to be Switzerland. I try to take a neutral stance. I just didn't want to have to publicly denounce someone that I had been friendly with, and I was more on his side. Yes, there are things that have been said and done in the past that maybe I don't agree with different people, but in no circumstance did I think this person would be banned. However, I was pretty much thrown out of this exclusive little or inclusive little community we call Magic the Gathering for refusing to even make a stance on that. So now we're back to our, as usual, drama can't keep out of Magic the Gathering with our most exclusive, inclusive gaming community in all of gaming. And here we have the PewDiePie controversy. So let's start off with Reddit. Someone makes a post that says PewDiePie playing Magic the Gathering Arena. It gets 62 comments and then gets locked. A bunch of comments get deleted. A bunch of people have reached out and said they've been banned from Magic TCG for commenting just pro PewDiePie stuff. And of course, it's locked and it is pushed down the list. We've seen this happen before with the Magic the Gathering Reddit. For a little bit of history, Magic the Gathering Reddit didn't used to be so bad. There used to be a point where things were able to be discussed. In fact, most people were more on the side of against the outrage culture than with the outrage culture. And little by little, it's been degrading over the years. A lot of it had to do with the influence from Wizards of the Coast threatening to take away spoilers and threatening to take away things like icons away from being able to be used on the Magic Reddit. And so, of course, the leadership, they kind of bent over backwards for this, and now I think that Magic Reddit has just become a dumpster fire. So there's, of course, Reddit following suit. And then, of course, we go over to Magic Twitter. Magic Twitter is where it's lovely. We have Seth Safronov saying, on the PDF, I think I've never watched his content apart from today's Magic video. I felt like he was pretty harsh with the mock of his opponents, which was something a turn-off and not something I find appealing in his content. I hope he has a blast playing Magic Arena. So basically, we have Saffron saying, hey, maybe not for me, but it's one more gamer actually playing the game we love. What could go wrong with that? More eyes the merrier. Well, Twitter could not let this slide. We have a lot of posts. We have a good old Shivam, who is a very outspoken person, calls everyone a Nazi and a white supremacist. This is just another day in Shivam's Twitter. I think I might be blocked. I'm not sure with this person. He's also a racist and a Nazi sympathizer. If that's more than fine, I'm interested in knowing what's bad. We go over to the except for the multiple times he's been anti-Semitic. So a lot of these people taking everything's out of context. Literally the worst person in the gaming industry, right? Yikes. We have unfortunate, would much rather have the community not get much worse than it already is. So, I mean, this is the mentality. This is exactly the mentality that I've been slowly succumbing to. So I started playing Magic the Gathering in 1995. I was still in elementary school. My friend actually picked up the first couple starter decks. We played, we got hooked. I played all through elementary school and high school, took some breaks through college, played throughout college when it was convenient in my life, and then took a big break. When I came back to Magic during Mirrodin Besieged, Magic had all the stereotypes that we know that PewDiePie even calls out on in his video. There are a lot of people with low social skills, with bad behavior, bad hygiene, that are just absolutely childish and hard to be around. It took me a bunch of game stores to find one that I also felt welcome in. And so I'm no stranger to, sometimes stereotypes are very, very true. So there are some of those things about the Magic the Gathering community I never liked. But it didn't really seem to be until after Return to Ravnica, after really Gamergate, and after I would say that Wizards of the Coast being located in Seattle really started pushing a leftist ideology, that we really started to see where the Magic community really did get much worse. But it's exact opposite of what this person is saying. That has been my experience with it. My YouTube channel used to be quite successful even in the mainstream scope of things. And then I would, slip up and say a word here or there, or I'd take a position on the Jim Davis article or the Zach Jesse banning, or the, hey, can we not pull our pitchforks out today? And then the pitchforks would be turned on me to where the point that I've been completely run out of the Magic the Gathering community and lost sponsorships and whatnot. And you can argue that maybe I deserve that maybe I am too edgy to be associated with a brand. I'm okay with that. I'm okay at this point not being sponsored and being able to speak my mind. And that's what I really felt increasingly, that I had to be a hostage to having a certain stance, a certain belief. We've already called out that you can say the most outrageous things possible if it's more left-leaning ideology. But as soon as you even start to tiptoe around more of the conservative or libertarian or just anti-outrage culture, then you become the bad guy. I've seen people get completely banned and thrown out for being a little bit snarky about the Mark Rosewater and Anita Sarkeesian photo shoot, or allowing Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn to work on the Betrayal of House Hill expansion because they need representation, and just people calling out is that the best direction? Is that the best way to go? And they completely get kicked out. Look at Boogie29988 that basically was also trying to take a Switzerland approach and was lambasted, completely blasted on Twitter by people. The Ali Medwin, the person that's over Magic the Gathering Online. She's the manager or the I can't remember the official title for it, but oversees Magic the Gathering Online. So all these Wizards of the Coast, they have very, very outspoken accounts on Twitter that they, sometimes speak as the brand, which gets very, very frustrating for someone like me that is more, anti-outrage culture, more libertarian-minded, and even has a little bit of conservative roots being here in a red state. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at with PewDiePie. Let's move on to some other of the screenshots. We have, did he play Magic before? Don't think so. He played as a kid. But, he's playing it now. Well, he should just leave that to guys who play regularly like you, but just my opinion. Well, sorry. This is what Magic's been trying to do. It's been trying to introduce other people to the game. It feels like the people, they're having their little safe space, their little exclusive, inclusive group now becoming mainstream. And I've noticed that too with Magic, like a lot of the old guard is not liking this influx of Hearthstone players, especially because Hearthstone players are coming from the greater gaming demographic in general, which is going to have your more white male edgy teenager type gamer. That's the demographic, and they're losing their exclusive inclusivity, and it's terrifying for them. And of course, when the leader of the free world, PewDiePie, actually does a video, then of course it's time to go into panic mode and call for his banning. So anyway, we can move on to some other screenshots here. We have PewDiePie is a Nazi sympathizer who does not belong on YouTube, let alone Magic Arena. I believe A. Marling does have some connections. He's wrote flavor text, I believe, for Magic the Gathering, and really touts that out like he's a big guy on campus because he's wrote flavor text and very important person. And A. Marling's been on the forefront of every one of the community issues. This person is just blasted away on, again, I'm going to be a Nazi sympathizer and a white supremacist just by making this video. And, I'm no stranger to people like him attacking me for, again, just taking a more nuanced stance here of not going crazy over someone playing the game on YouTube. All right, we go on to the next one. Let's take a break from people making hilarious bad takes and suggesting our community accept in blatant racists to celebrate the fact that MTG Arena Pro Tracker is live again. Okay, so this person is at the Mana League again. Another YouTuber who has been on the forefront of attacking other creators like crazy. Is going to put his hat in the ring that we got to keep blatant racists from playing our little beloved game. Kind of make sure that we're just so exclusively inclusive. Last but not least, we go to the beautiful one. What? And isn't this the Arena person? This is, yeah, I believe that's the story. I'd have to look at this. What the F? No, not in this game. I followed for years. Please do not. Wizards, Magic, please do something, or I and a lot of other people are going to be really freaking unhappy about it. So are you saying that Magic, it has to be your way? It can't be no one else can enjoy it. You're the only one that are allowed to enjoy it your way. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And it's one of the reasons you see a lot less videos from me. I do my market videos because, of course, I still have a lot invested in Magic the Gathering, but I hardly ever do gameplay anymore, and you hardly ever see me do community stuff. You hardly see me collaborating, going to events. It's because I'm just so worn down by the community in general. I mean, I've talked very open about how I can't stand what we'd call the mainstream Magic the Gathering community, the people that they bring in, the bigger names, all those sort of stuff is just it just rubs me the wrong way to where I just can't even get excited to make Magic the Gathering videos. And it's not like this is something that's just widespread throughout the gaming community. I have no problem following, enjoying things like the International for the Dota 2 last year. I got really into that, and it was fun. It was lighthearted. There were memes, there were jokes, there were inappropriate jokes, there were things that were shrugged off, and there wasn't this big outrage for outrage's sake. Well, you try to do anything in Wizards, it seems like every day there's a new, let's get our pitchforks. Someone said a naughty word. Let's make sure that we can't say words like cancer or AIDS or things like that, even though that probably cancer is the best way to describe a lot of these things that are malignantly getting out of control. I mean, it's the best descriptive word. That's why we use words for things. But anyway, that's just been where I've been at. And so it's no surprise to me where we wake up on Valentine's Day, get the greatest gift from the PewDiePie, the largest YouTuber, playing the game, putting a ton of eyes on the games. And how does Magic the Gathering community react? Of course, with disdain and displeasure that, oh my God, something might get shaken up to where, people that they don't like might become interested in the game. Well, news to you, PewDiePie is successful for a reason. There's a reason why there's 85 million subscribers. A lot of it had to do with the meme, but let me break it to you. The vast majority of people probably like PewDiePie. I'm pretty neutral. I just subscribe to PewDiePie because everyone told me to subscribe to PewDiePie, and that's for the meme's sake. I'm not a big consumer of PewDiePie. There have been some videos I've enjoyed in the past, but to me, this is a good thing. As a local game store owner, as someone that has a lot of invested in both Paper Magic and Magic Arena, who wants to see Magic become bigger than it is, that is saddened by the stagnation that has occurred. I still don't think that we're back to the glory years of Magic during Return to Ravnica to, I would say, about Dragons of Tarkir. That is still, when you think back of a vibrant, fun community, an active community, that was then. And we've just been on a downward, well, not really a downward spiral, but definitely a stagnant and, best way to describe it, pretty lame community where it's become unfun, where, we've had these chasms between people where there's been something that's been proclaimed as the acceptable viewpoint or the acceptable demographic, and everyone else is being shunned and pushed out. I mean, if people don't think this is happening, I mean, you've basically just put your head in the sand. There have been plenty of people who have quit the game over things that I've stated in this video. So again, I'm taking not really a neutral stance on this video. I'm definitely calling people out that who cares? Who cares that PewDiePie? Actually, I do care. This is awesome. This is great that we have 2 million eyes on Magic the Gathering from the largest gaming streamer. This person, PewDiePie, is the largest gamer, not even the largest YouTuber, but when he tends to play things, they tend to take off. It's like doing a food review by a food critic and watching the lines the next day. I think that this will have a huge influx of Arena, and hopefully that huge influx of Arena can somehow translate over into paper Magic, and we can get vibrant communities and we can get people playing. I think that's the biggest problem with Magic, is we have this big wall of how it is to play. You need someone to introduce you to it, and people, the other people have been complaining about this for years. All the women in Magic articles, or all the other LGBTQ issues where they come into Magic and someone says a misogynistic comment and that just throws them off from ever playing Magic again. Well, the exact same is true when people come in to make a joke and people get berated and bullied out of a community. Same thing happens. Magic has never been a very welcoming community, and it's because we've been at it, both sides have been at each other's throat for it. And, this is just going to put more fuel on the fire for this sort of chasm. So anyway, thoughts, of course, in the comment section below. Have I, again, overstepped my boundaries here? Have I offended, the greater Magic the Gathering community? Is it time for me to get deplatformed? Time for me my DCI number to be banned and my MTG and MTG Arena account to be seized and my local game store to be shut down because I'm in favor of PewDiePie? Or is everyone just overreacting about someone playing a game? Yeah, oh, look at these names. He's named his name. Of course, this is PewDiePie. PewDiePie's known for, joining games and trying to get banned from them as quickly as possible. He kind of got famous for the whole, the Club Penguin of putting the time clock of how quickly he can get banned for doing something. This is just PewDiePie. Is there no room for edgy people? Is there no room for people like to meme and joke around? And for all I know, he's not committing atrocities. There's no real anything to be worried about from a person playing your video game. It's the same stance that I've taken with some of these issues in the past. People overreact about Crackgate, about Jeremy Unsleeved Media, about all this sort of stuff. Live and let live. I was kind of my libertarian standpoint. You don't like what I do? Cool. I don't like a lot of stuff you do, but I'm not calling for you to be thrown out of the community for your stances on things. Anyway, this has been Kevin with Rogue Deck Builder. Thanks for watching.